Huntin Stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Razorbacks will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense set on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. The defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You've got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. To the air, it's Gabriel. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved. Out in the perimeter in space, we can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd down, going up top. Catch in the middle, it's Holden. Oh, what a move to get room. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Now from inside the red zone. And his throw is incomplete. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here we go. Out of the gun, the inside give. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
They'll line up to go for two.
Gaucho! Gaucho! Get set! Get set!
Looking to throw. He gets it in there for the two-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. An 84-yard drive there, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Leaves it with the back. Makes him talk to the hand. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Getting that push, they pick up a 4 out to the 26.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. And stampeding through the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And that pass intercepted. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Sategna. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Green. He wants to go deep. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for two and try to tie it as it is. They're down by one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Whittington. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this run.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. And the ball squirted out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a
why would you do
chance.
that?
Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep.
What made you do that?
That quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering? A great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes and knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Escapes trouble. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Across the 25, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. That's caught. It's Jackson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands.
Touchdown! The quarterback sneak pays off as he gets it across the goal line.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They make the tackle at the 39, but a really good job by the return team there. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Fires left. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. Got it set up on the outside. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anthony. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Trying to set the tone with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear. One of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Here on third down for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Green. He's got an open man. And he's running in the open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. On the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Here's the handoff. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a third down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Last two runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Gabriel. Quick completion on the out. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Arkansas 14, Oregon 8.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down.
42 Spider. Gorilla.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Pulls it in. It's James.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
Let it bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Deep into the 4th quarter of this game, down by 6. They'll have to go for it on 4th down.
Timber. Arrow. Pilot. Hawk.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes the grab, and he's got the 1st. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Here's a 1st down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Gabriel. Makes his connection. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
That could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone.
Ready up.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43.
Slab. Dino. Go.
They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ferguson.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient.
The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. The defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
This defense knows that turnovers win games. And here in this 2-minute situation with the lead, they've got a chance to shut the door if they can create one, and they did it right there. Great job getting that ball on the ground and then being there to fall on top of it. They're going to leave here with a W.
Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
That's reeled in. It's Jackson. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jackson. Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That is no good. The lead is still 6 after the miss. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw. It's Gabriel. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Looking to go up top on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete into the end zone, and that's going to do it. That puts a wrap on this one. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked.
Let me talk to you later. Let me talk to you later. Just chilling. Have a good night, man. Good. Good.
Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Razorbacks will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out in the end zone and came up a little short. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. That is what we call in the industry a rather inauspicious.
Doubt, Reese. And just the quarterback and his receiver not on the same page on that throw. You're trying to come out in the game. You're trying to set the tone. That is not how this offense envisioned this game opening up.
The offense starts with a short field. The give to the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Here comes the 2-point try. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He's not going to make it. Stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The give from the gun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Scanning the field, it's Green. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands. It's the Tegna. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Arkansas 0.
And this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll put the tight end in motion. The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Tackle is made at the 19. Brings up 2nd down.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. From the gun, give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And the Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
2nd down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick pass on the fly motion. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
Pushes ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Using the quick game. Touchdown, Arkansas! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Coming out with it, it's Whittington. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some...
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got some room to run. At the 20. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll immediately call timeout.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Handoff from the gun. And they'll just play it safe with the run right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. The returner will field it and bring it back. He's got great speed. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the 2nd half. You take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
He'll try to tack on 1 more. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Going up top on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. The Ducks in the hurry up. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
Quick tempo here for the offense.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stewart. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof, if you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
He'll ride his man on the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
They're just about to kick it off after that scoop and score 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Whittington.
Returner brings it out to the 13. And Oregon Ducks will take over.
Don't show your headaches. It's what it is.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Dropping back, it's Gabriel. He makes the connection, and they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Arkansas 21, Oregon 6.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Holden. Nifty little juke, and he's out to the 37 before he stopped. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you.
Time to take a shot. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. It's Green. He's got it on the run. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Razorbacks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the beatdown has ensued. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Fielded in the end zone. It's James. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hand. It is a game of field position, and after a return like that, man, are they set up. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Runs through the tackle.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He lets one fly deep. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And the stomping has commenced.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile on.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Arkansas, 35. Oregon, 12.
He'll bring it out. It's James. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
To the air, it's Gabriel. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Arkansas.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the...
We just be friends. We just be friends. We just be friends. Yeah. Like friend boy, friend girl.
Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Razorbacks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First down here for the offense. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to
Looking for a huge play. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
He'll take another shot here. He's got it on the right. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
There's just not very many quarterbacks that won't be successful with that much time in the pocket. Goodness gracious. He let his chemistry notes. He took a test. He had all the time in the world. Somebody's got to get some pressure on him.
They'll try the run. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Caught over the middle. It's Ibuka. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Howard. Still looking, on the move. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
He'll bring it out. It's Green. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. The Razorbacks have it with a first and goal. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Man, let's not overcomplicate this. I love it. Put the QB under center. You know it's a QB sneak. Make the defensive line stop me. That hard to the goal line, it's hard to do. And the offense didn't try to get too cute. Really nice work getting the touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about that last drive? just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Second down coming up.
Line getting set on second down. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, try to convert through the air. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter.
First quarter with the score tied 7-7.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. Not sure what it is, but he's going for it close to his own end zone. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He wants to take the top off. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. Fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I bet you don't.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the mix of those big boys.
The give to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Couldn't find his way out of his grasp. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what we saw right there.
And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth down and less than a yard. Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we are going to smash 4th and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Ballard. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here.
Going downfield for the big play. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On second down, looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's caught downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Got it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And those are frustrating. When I'm an offensive play caller and I can't even run a QB sneak for positive yards, I can't fall forward, man, that makes me rethink my whole playbook, for goodness sakes.
Grab behind the line. It's Ibuka. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Fourth and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Back to pass, it's Howard. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hink. And he loses the football on the return. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to run it. And the 45 on his way. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break.
That's the end of the first half with the game tied.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anthony. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They just needed a few inches, and the defense knocked them down in the backfield.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. That was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Grab near the marker. It's Sategna. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Coach is always hard about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll leave it with him. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Pulls it in. It's Sategna. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Movement here from the tight end. On fourth down, going to the air. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
and the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just we're on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Buys a little extra time. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13.
Brings up second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grab behind the line. It's Ibuka. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run the option. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal.
Here we go.
Tries again to get it in. And they swarm him under.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game. And this defense is bowed up in the red zone, but I got to keep in mind the situation. It's still a tie game, man. I want the lead late in the ball game. Jesse, I'm going to kick the field goal here.
Yeah, it's enticing to want to try to get a touchdown here and put so much pressure on the opponent, but I think you're right. This late in the game, when it's all tied up, you've just got to take the lead on the scoreboard.
It is good. And with just over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anthony. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset.
Going for it all. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that's how they were able to force an incompletion.
It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He's right on target. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Quick strike complete. Still on his feet at the 45. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got the quick pass. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Throws toward the end zone. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's taking the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking downfield, it's Howard. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Quarterback adapting. He's going up top here late in the game. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. The rankings, the odds makers, everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb. But they climbed it, they got to the top, and they get a landmark win.
And we know coaching staffs always do a great job trying to motivate their own guys.
Get up, man. Just